always tricky doing a video about football when there's been a tragic accident. Today's no different. Just doesn't seem particularly important, does it, to talk about transfers or football kits or whatever the case may be, in light of what's happened to Diego Jota, who's died tragically in a car crash, 28 years of age. First I heard about it was either last night or this morning that he died. First I heard about it was this morning. He was driving with his brother in Spain. The car crashed and he died. He died from his injuries. Got married 2 weeks ago. 3 kids. I mean, it's just shocking. It's absolutely shocking stuff, really. Yeah, I mean, would have been quite what his family going through. Who can know? I mean, his kids. I mean, it's a shocker. It is an absolute shocker, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be a shock to everyone, the Liverpool fans and the club itself. And yeah, it's really bad, really bad. 28 years of age. It's just good player. Always seemed like a threat when he played against us as well. So yeah. So massive shame. Seems odd to be moaning about kit. Well, the kit don't matter really, does it? Let's be fair. Placed alongside that, but I'll give my opinions anyway. But yeah, I just want to say really sorry to hear about that and condolences to everyone really. The kit is it's a bit shit really. I think ordinarily I don't. Well, I say ordinarily I don't get too bothered by kits. I'm not particularly bothered by this one. I don't buy it, so I can only get. I think if I were, it would be mock offence. It would be faux offence if I was going to try and pretend to care about it more than I do. I don't buy this stuff anyway, so it's 75 quid. If I really like a shirt, I might wait until it's last year's shirt. It's at the end of season sale. I might buy it for 25 quid or something like that. But I have never bought. I say never. I might have done 20, 30 years ago, or whatever. But I've not bought a shirt that I can remember. For full price at the point it's been released. Ordinarily, I say, well, what's to get fussed about? Every season, West Ham will release a kit. I don't think any club should. I think you should be able to get 2 seasons out of a kit. I think that's probably that's fair on fans, but clubs will do what they do. It's not just West Ham that do this. Let's be fair. Plenty of clubs do it, don't they? But I would say every season, well, there's not a lot to get fussed about. There'll be a kit. It'll be claret and blue. It'll have short sleeves. It'll have a sponsor on the front. Well, that's not strictly true this season actually, because it's a kit. It's got short sleeves, I guess, unless you get the long sleeve version. It's got a sponsor on the front, Ball Sports, who are our new sponsors. Betway are gone, but it's not claret and blue. It's mostly claret. I mean, there's a little hint of blue. But it's a bit like Where's Wally, really. You'd have to hunt to find it. Little bit on the pinstripe, and they've got some little triangle bit there. It's a claret kit. White shorts, white socks, I like that. That's my favourite. But yeah, there's just not much blue on it. But as I say, I'm not going to buy it anyway. But somebody, because it's Umbro's last season, producing West Ham kits before a New Balance do it. And so I've read somewhere, I think I read on social media today, someone said, looked like they couldn't be asked. Looked like Umbro couldn't be asked. They knew they were out. And yeah, so if you've ever gone and ordered like a kit for like your kids' football team, or if you had we used to play Power League, we used to play 5-a-side, and you could go onto these websites and you could get a generic kit. So you can have style A, B, or C, or whatever it is, and then within that you just change the colour. So okay, I'll have style B, and I'll get the yellow shirt with the black shorts, but the kit stays the same. There's no imagination to it. It's not particularly well designed. It is just there as a function to give you a kit that's a different colour to the opposition. That's all it does. It sort of reminded me of a template kit, really. But anyway, there you go. But as I say, I'm not overly offended by it. I just think it just doesn't. There's nothing overly appealing about it at all. Anyway. That's the kit. I wanted to talk about Richard Ríos today. He is midfielder, Colombian midfielder, plays for Palmeiras. People would have had a chance to have a good look at him, actually, in the Club World Cup. In fact, well, I'd imagine he'll start against Chelsea on Saturday. I think they're playing in the knockouts against Chelsea on Saturday in the Club World Cup. That's dragged on for too long as a tournament, by the way. Massively successful for teams and for money. So I think somebody that gets to the final could will have earned £100 million from it. It's not like it's only them. I think Man City got knocked out early and they earned £50 million from it. Chelsea will have earned, they get through against Palmeiras, they'll have earned, like 60, 70, 80 million pounds, something like that. It's crazy, crazy money, really. So you can understand why clubs are doing it, but I think anyone involved in it, those teams are going to, you'd imagine, they'll be knackered next season anyway. But anyway, yes, sorry, Richard Ríos. I digress. Looks to be a good player. Really like this player, actually. And actually managed to have a little look at him myself before, on Y-Scout, before this Club World Cup. And I really liked what I saw. I've done a video about him before. If you go and search it on the channel, you see that there. I think seems to have a lot of the stuff that West Ham needs. And last season, our midfield was stagnant, wasn't it? Really, really was. So there's interest from West Ham. We know that from last. That was pretty much confirmed going back to the tail end of the last transfer window, actually. So apparently Potter likes him. Carl McCauley has scouted him. But I think the really interesting thing is there's a direct line of communication between West Ham and Palmeiras, because, of course, that's the same club that we got Luis Guilherme from. And now the South American media, certainly social media, reporting on South American media, suggesting that Palmeiras have turned down a €25 million bid for Rios. So, yeah, from West Ham. That's important. Now, at the moment, we're the only club in for him, apparently. But I don't think that's any reflection on his quality. He looks to be a really, really good player. But the Saudi transfer window, so all this time, it's like this last month, the Saudi transfer window's not been open, and that opens imminently. So they're interested. Obviously, they'll blow anyone else out of the water unless he doesn't want to go. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Good, but just looks like a really, really good player. I don't know whether at the moment it feels like stuff is happening or it just feels like it should happen. We know, we've been told that a couple of bids have gone in, and those were mystery bids. We didn't know who the couple of bids have got in for. And then the other day, Fabrizio Romano let us know that it was old Malick Diouf. So we know that's one of them. Who's the other? So is this the other one? Is this the other €25 million? 25 million euros, sorry. Is this the other guy? If that's the case, then good. I like him. 20, I don't know if I would have said that in this video. 25 years of age as well. So sort of good age. Yeah, looks really good. Looks really good. But there's been a number of midfielders I like, and I'd be happy enough for us to get any of them. I like both the guys. Well, defender at Bruges, midfielder at Bruges. We've got the Musa. I really like Musa. A good player. This guy looks good. I think any one of them will improve our midfield. I do think this is important, though, for West Ham. It's first-team players. I do want us to buy players that go immediately into the first team, which I do think that Diouf would. In fact, we've got something to talk about that Diouf. Let's do that in just a second. Before I do, I just want to plug our Patreon, if you don't mind, please. Our Patreon's basically a third Hammers Chat channel, but it's so much more than just an additional channel. It's a way that you guys can help support Hammers Chat and allow us to keep uploading on a daily basis on both channels. So we do this, this stuff's obviously on YouTube here, is accessible for free, but we do have a third channel, and that's for our patrons who are so incredibly supportive of everything we do at West Ham. But it's not just that. It's everything we do at Hammers Chat. Sorry, it's not just that. We give away a lot of stuff, and this is. It was me and Joe. We don't really boast about it too much. We do, but last season, for instance, we gave away £8,000 worth of prizes. £8,000 worth of prizes we've given away. These are the next prizes coming up that we've got, and this is just for this month, right? This is for July. We've got some match-worn Mark Noble boots, a signed Mark Noble shirt, signed Mark Noble armband. You just entered into the draw for that just by being a patron. So, in many respects, it's probably cheaper to join as a patron because our lowest tier is £3.60. You just get entered into these raffles anyway. We have prediction competitions. We have loads of giveaways. We've got match tickets. So much stuff going on over there that I actually wrote it down here. We did 72 prizes last season. 72 prizes on Hammers Chat. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, there you go. If you want to want to help us out, then he might even get something in return. Get entered into the draw, join the prediction competition. You can join him now, player of the season stuff for next season, all the other stuff that we do. Loads and loads of extra content on there. Me and G, we're going to record a video on that later on today. The link's in the description below, patreon.com/HammersChat. Or you can just stick Hammers Chat into Google. You'll find Patreon quickly enough. Sign up. We've got 3 different tiers. From our Addicts tier, which is, we've got Addicts, we've got Member, we've got Mild Addicts, we've got Addicts. Our Addicts tier is a tenner a month. Obviously, the higher you go up and the more incremental the tiers, then the more stuff you get, the more access you get to all the stuff. Go and check, if nothing else, go and check out the page. If you like it, great. Do a 7-day trial if you want. Do a 7-day trial. If that appeals to you, then you can carry on with it. If you don't, then make sure you cancel it. Otherwise, it will bill you after the 7 days has ended. Malick Diouf. Somebody was writing about the Malick Diouf actually on the comments yesterday. Sorry about the video ending abruptly, by the way. It was, I don't know if you've ever had this. I recorded it on my phone, and it actually said my phone had overheated, and I felt it, and it was really, really hot. It's not the first time it's happened. It happened again recently, so maybe it does it. Maybe like a booby trap to get you to upgrade. Your phone's going to catch on fire if you don't upgrade. I didn't. There was actually lots more to say about Charlie Cresswell. I think I'd covered pretty much all of it. But we did talk about Malick Diouf, and somebody was talking about players' nicknames, be it Obi-Wan Bissaka or Malick Diouf or whatever. And I did think there's probably a headline there. If we got Malick Diouf, there was probably a headline there with Magic. Potter casts a spell on Malick Diouf or something like that, so we can have a little bit of fun with his name if he signs. A couple of things that are probably important in that story. There's 2 links with him aside from West Ham. The first one is Atalanta, Serie A club, apparently interested in him. Whether that means that they will outbid us, I don't know. It all depends. I think they've got a midfielder called Ederson, something like that. They might be sending him to Milan. If they do that, then that gives them some extra funds. They might be able to. We bid €20 million for Fabrizio Romano. Said that was rejected. Apparently, they want an extra €5 million. As I mentioned yesterday, it's up to West Ham ready to decide whether that's value or not. He seems relatively highly regarded, and as with any of these players, you do a little Google search on him. And I found loads of stuff linking him with a move to Liverpool. Now, I think there's been... Sometimes people just rehash old stuff. So I've seen some links today with articles that have been written today or last night saying Liverpool moving for El Hadj Malick Diouf and as replacement for Andy Robertson. I think actually it just... I don't know whether that's like AI-generated stuff or something like that, but... They signed Kirkes. When you look back in January, he was very much linked to them as Robertson's replacement. But they've done that. I just can't see Liverpool. I know they've just sold Konsa, haven't they? And they've got other players to sign, but other players to sell. But I think if they're looking at doing a rebuild, they've got the left side covered. They really do. They've got youngsters. They've got some really good young academy players as well. I just can't see them spending another €25 million or whatever it'll take for another one. But anyway, as I say, 20 years of age, looks to have a really, really good, really accurate delivery from a set piece. It's hard. I've not seen much of him. I've seen a few Y Scout clips. Obviously, I've seen highlights of him against England as well, where he looked pretty decent. It's going to be interesting. There's still a couple of the Genoa. He's 28 years of age. That being said, so he's not 20 years of age like Malick Diouf, but I still like his name Aaron Martin. I think his name is the left back for Genoa. If I was going to pick anyone, it would probably be him. Diouf looks very rough around the edges and looks like someone that would develop into a really, really good player. But in terms of someone's hit the ground running now, maybe the guy at Genoa, but. Anyone's good, and I think nothing probably highlights definitely that we're going to get rid of Emerson more than the fact that the first player we've officially bid for that we know about is a left wing back. So that probably tells you all you need to know about Emerson's future at the club. But we knew that anyway. We've known that. We've been talking about that for months, haven't we? We knew he was going, and it's no real slight on Emerson. Been a great servant to the club, and And I think worth remembering that he was being phased out even under Lopetegui. He barely played 90 minutes under Lopetegui. Even when he did play, he was subbed off all the time. And Potter continued with that. Potter either didn't play him or played him and subbed him off. And so that's two separate managers. And they probably, you have to say, for them both to come to the same conclusion, there must have been question marks over whether he could, whether he was... I guess his running stats probably didn't look like they were lasting 90 minutes at Premier League pace. But he's only 30. I think he's a really good player, Emerson. Really good player. And he'd be a really good signing for somebody. And, I think if I had to bet any money on one player definitely leaving, and I knew I'd get a return on the money, it would be Emerson. Emerson will not be here next season. I'm almost more certain of that than Kudus. I do think Kudus will be off. Really interesting strategy with what the club are doing with Nathan Gerd at the moment, and possibly a policy they should be replicating with Kudus. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll do a little 60-second roundup tomorrow as well. Sorry, I've just been back and forth. Haven't been around that much in the last couple of days, so been slacking a little bit. But been on the road a bit, so we'll catch up with that tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out Patreon. We really appreciate it. Even if you just give it a trial and see if you fancy it or not, it'd be very, very much appreciated. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.